Hello, today I'm drawing on Procreate. I finally found settings that help to record a screen on iPad. So this is basically a test. I didn't record the last 25-30 minutes with final adjustments, but most of it is here. Yesterday I got an email from a person who asked me what tablet did I use, and I answered, and then I thought I could talk about this in the video as well. So my first tablet was Wacom, I don't know how to say it right, so I will just call it Wacom. So it was Wacom Intus. It's a tablet with no screen, and I had it for years now. The surface of it is all covered in small scratches because I used it a lot, and it still works perfectly. Right now I don't use it as often as before, but if I need to go somewhere where I don't have my home PC but can use someone else's, I would take my tablet. For instance, 2 years ago, when I needed to go somewhere for a week, I asked my relatives to lend me their laptop, and they did, because I didn't have my own, and they were very kind. So I took it for a week, and I installed Krita, my brushes, PureRef, the program I use for references, and I was good to go. And this tablet with no screen is very light. It weight probably is like a sketchbook, maybe less. But if I were about to buy a new one, a tablet with no screen, I think now there are even more affordable options, like Wacom One. Maybe there are others. And these tablets usually have at least 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. And my Wacom tablet is medium, but now I would definitely prefer a smaller one. It's easier for me to draw on a small surface, and it's easier to carry around as well. And now let's talk about tablets with screens. Obviously they are more expensive, so when I was thinking to buy one, I didn't even consider Wacom because it is way more expensive than Hayon or XP Pen. And the last two have similar prices, and though I'm not an expert, but I think there isn't a huge difference between them. But of course I might be wrong. Maybe there are also more trustworthy brands, but I only heard of these two. Okay, so my experience. A long time ago, I also got a tablet with a screen. It was XP Pen. I don't remember a model. As I said, it was a long time ago. It had a large screen, but for some reason the sensibility was lower than on my Wacom tablet. I used it for a few months and I didn't like it, so we sold it and were able to get some money back for it, at least. I was very discouraged and I thought I just don't like screen tablets. But in fact, what I didn't like was that it took a lot of space and it just wasn't comfortable to draw on such a large surface. It is a personal preference though, because I've seen people using large tablets with screen or with no screen. Also, back in the day, I didn't set color correction correctly. Like, it didn't match. My screen tablet and my monitor didn't match colors, so if I draw on the tablet with a screen, the colors would be different on my monitor. So it did upset me very much. But now I have another tablet with a screen and I've been using it for 2 years now. And this time it's Hayon Canvas 13 and it is rather small. I bought it on sale, ordered from China, and it came with a little defect. I tried to talk to support services, but they said they can do nothing with it, and this is not a major defect, so they just send me a glove and some pen tips as a small compensation, sorta. But I have to say I love this tablet and it's very comfortable. And now when I use my home PC to draw, I usually use this tablet. Well, to be fair, I kinda have to use only one tablet now, because once you install Hayon drivers or XP Pen drivers, your Wacom drivers wouldn't work. So if you want to use Wacom tablet again, you have to uninstall drivers and install another brand's drivers. It's not very time consuming to uninstall and install again, but it still takes some time. Also, about for a year now, I had an iPad. And it's basically like a tablet with a screen, but also a device that you can use instead of a laptop. And it's very easy to travel with, obviously. Unfortunately, you can't install Krita, and it's very sad. There are other options for the software for painting, and I'm using Procreate. I like it because it's simple, clear, and you have to buy it though, but it's not very expensive and you don't have to pay a subscription. But when I'm home and sitting in my room, I usually paint on Krita, so I'm using my PC. In conclusion, if you want to buy a tablet to start drawing digitally and you have a computer, I would recommend to start cheap, which means to buy a simple tablet with no screen, especially if you are young and thinking about digital drawing in terms of your future job. Because if you choose to work in the office as an artist or a designer, most likely you'd have to use a tablet that they have in the office. And it's going to be a tablet with no screen. And it takes time to adjust to it. At least according to my experience before pandemic times. Maybe now it's different. And if you want a tablet with a screen, I would recommend to keep an eye on sales and the dynamics of prices. That's basically it. Thanks for watching, thanks for staying with me, and have fun drawing.